Hello and welcome to VollGazzRacing Season 7, Division 1, Round 9 here at Sachsenring. It is cloudy, so you guys have just about escaped the wet weather, which is probably turning up in, say, an hour's time. So, narrow escape for them. Here comes Splat out of the box. It's also the favourite for pole position today, and the race win as always. Now, since the last round, I've actually been able to get some updated standings, so whilst we wait for everyone to do their outlaps, I'll read out the standings. So, let's just see. So by no surprise, Platt is leading the championship on 111 points. Jack is second on 58. Nelson third on 57. Adam joint third on 57. VTR is fifth on 54. Sire is sixth on 53. Howling is seventh on 47. Finley is eighth on 41. Craig is ninth on 13. Fadley is 10th on 8. And Rick is 11th on 5. Hadif is 12th on 4. Joe is 13th on 2, and Aaron is last, 14th on 1. So Platt is basically wrapped up the championship already, unless something goes horrifically wrong for him. But the battle for second place is very good at the moment. Not many points separating the second to 7th places. I think it's about 17 points. So you could have, it's a lot of. And they all seem to be taking points off each other, so it could be quite interesting to see who finishes where. Now, Platt, I'm expecting a 116 in this session. I know he's done a 16.3 in time trial, but that's quite hard to replicate in online lobbies. So I'm expecting like a 16.6 maybe, 16.7. If he doesn't do a 16, I'll be very disappointed. Oh wait, it's the curb and he's gone down. So that's a mistake there for the championship leader. Here comes Nelson, the former champion, who goes straight into turn 8, into the gravel. And Finley's now the next one up, and he's the first person to do turn 8 correct. So should he survive the next 3 corners, he will be the first person to finish a lap, with Jack following him. From Suzuki, but it looks like he's pulled out of the lap. Onto the brakes for the final corner. Very late there for Finley on the LCR. You can see he's gone quite wide because of that. He crosses the line and goes pole position. We've got Craig returning for the first time since Assen. It's a shame really, because before he left he was actually showing a really promising pace, but then unfortunately just lost the motivation to race. But he's back now. He's regained that that motivation, and now hopefully he can put something together. So we got 3 people on red sectors. You've got Jack, you got Platt, and you got Rick. I'd imagine Platt is the furthest one ahead out of all of them. Yep. So going for Platt is down at turn 8 once again. Oh, Jack getting on the curb. It's a yellow sector, or an orange sector for Jack in the third one, so he's not. So Finley's got something in that third sector, but he did run quite wide into this final corner. Finley gets out of the way through the final corner. Jack does that a lot better than Finley did. Is this going to be pole position? Will the Suzuki ride it? No, it's not. Here comes Rick into the final corner. I'd expect this to go pole position. Here we go, up to the line. It's going to be a 1:17.8. But Sire is now on a lap as he approaches the final corner. Round it was a big shake on the front. That's there'll be a little bit of the update, a little bit more unstable on braking. Across the line, inside he goes pole by 31 thousandths of a second. Where's Platt's just coming out of the pits now to put some fresh rubber on. Nelson, he's yet to set a decent lap time, improving in sector 2 now into turn 8. Just get through. Now he's lost the front again. So Platt and Nelson really struggling at turn 8. It's one of the hardest corners to nail because you've got very fine line. The racing line is you've got to just kiss the curb, but not kiss it. It's a really fine line and really hard to nail. So we'll see how the guys get on. See, is Craig on another lap? Yes, he is. So he hasn't set a lap time yet. So personal best sector 1. He's not gone faster than Saya. Unfortunately, don't know how much slower he's gone. Hopefully, it's not too much. Hopefully, it's less than a tenth. I'd imagine first sector is that kind of sector where you can be nothing off, or you could be 2/10. It just depends how far your first 2 corners go. Really, always go on the curb. You don't want to be doing that. That's going to cost his run for the entire section here. Now into back to turn 8, he can regain the ground, regain the rhythm, and now up to the final 2 lefts of this section, and he's invalidated. So he's taking a bit too much inside curb there, and it's forcing the bike to set up, and he's losing a lot of momentum. So he's just going to try and iron that out. And Black goes on for another lap. I'm pretty sure you'll be pushing everywhere but turn 8. You'll just make sure to get through turn 8, but doing that means you'll probably mess up. That's what I did in the sport qualifying. I took turn 8. Oh, he's outbroken himself for turn 1, and that's another lap gone. But in e-sport qualifying, I was so nervous about turn 8 because it's such a difficult corner to do, especially in the wet. I just took a little bit too much caution, and that's what cost me a chance at the front row. So it's good and it's bad. You just got to play it right. And so you're improving in sector 1 once again. He can't be there. It's a big blow to his championship because he's doing really well at the moment, as I just stated. All Finley's going down at turn 8. Turn 8 might be a lethal point for the races. But yeah, VTL's gonna. He's had pretty bad rounds the past couple ones, so he'll have a bit of a long break, come back, and hopefully he can start battling for the podium again. He's definitely got potential to finish second. I mean, all these guys, apart from Rick and Fadlu, because of how far behind they are, everyone's got the potential to finish second in this championship. As Nelson's outbraked himself into turn 1, going full top rack, and unfortunately that's not the strongest way to brake on this game. It may be fun, but you saw how wide he went, and that's a grey sector 1 Platt. It sets a red sector 1. So we go on board with the championship leader. Swift change of direction now, going for the 7 consecutive left-handers. Managing the gas, a little bit on, a little bit on, but a little bit off. Now you're going to go pretty much full gas, roll it off a little bit, hold it at a steady constant rate, and then start to quickly apply the gas, full gas now. Oh, we've gone to the grass, nearly into turn 8, don't hit the curb this time. Right, full gas up the hill, on the curb again, don't hit the inside curb, and out to the curb, put back to the other curb, switch direction now, short shift into 4th or 5th gear, always go on the curb, but don't be doing that, down the hill, now to the heavy braking turn of turn 12, don't hit that outside curb there, don't hit the inside curb either. 2 lethal curbs there, that will take you down really quickly into the final corner, nice and tight, set the bike up as early as possible, which he ran a little bit wide, so he could probably done a little bit better, and he fires it to the line. It's a 17-1, so not quite the 16 I wanted off him, but he's nearly there. Rick goes into the pits. He was going to improve, but I feel like he might have got caught up in either he was going to run out of fuel or something. I don't know, but it's a bit weird how he didn't finish that lap off. Nelson improving in sector 1. Craig is improving in well, Craig hasn't set a lap yet, so hopefully Craig. We saw him make a couple of mistakes into this section here. He's done that fine. Now swift change direction into turn 11. Rear left. This is one of the most dangerous corners on the track in terms of crashes because of how cold the right hand side of the tyre gets. But in the game it's fine. He's run a little bit wide into the penultimate corner, but he's cut it back nicely. to get a good exit, and into the final corner, hard on the brakes, turn it in, gas it out. No, he's lost the front, so easy to do there. It's a negative camber, so the front naturally wants to tuck. And is he going to box? No, he's going to carry on. He's just going to set a lap on the board, and that's actually going to put him into 7th place. And Finley now is on a personal best. Can he get through turn 8 this time? Yes, he's done that really well. He could take that a little bit better, but you know, it's still good. Nice and clean through there, not hitting any of the curves, keeping it nice and safe. It's the penultimate corner. This is a really nice and tidy lap for Finley. No, it's not. He's gone down. That was looking so nice and tidy, and then he just has a little bobble in the front, and that's all it takes to go down. He comes foul into the same section, hard on the brakes. He hits the curb, and that's drifted in wide. But he's going to improve anyway because of how bad his first lap was. On the brakes into the final corner to go 7th at worst, unless he's already crashed on this lap. He hasn't really. He goes 7th. So improving on this opening, not in the second go, well, he was, but he's lost it in sector 2. 7/10 the gap to pole position. It looks like it's Platts for the taking. They're having the cooler conditions, so I was expecting them to maybe have a bit better pace than this, but just seems they're just struggling to get any higher sort of 17 lap times. Oh, and Silo's at the front, just a bit offline, and that's all it takes. So easy, so easily done. Craig is back on it. And Rick has crashed in the final sector. He's crashed at turn 11. So my guess is he must have hit the curb or something. Fadley's improving in the final sector. Jack improving in the first sector. See how much the faults compress as soon as they apply any amount of brake. I think the fault will completely compress as he brakes for turn 12. Go down here, full throttle, 5th or 6th gear depending on your gearbox. Hard on the brakes. There you go. Forks not fully compressed actually. I thought he was going to always. No, you don't want to be doing that. Good job there to stay on. Into the final corner, tip it in. Is he going to go in the box or is he going to carry on? He's going to carry on. He's going to set an improved lap. It is last place, but that's not surprising, and he has got the sound of running out of fuel, so I hope that isn't an omen for what's about to happen. He comes Jack into the final sector. He's lost time in sector 3. Fadley's gone down. Fadley's actually moved up to 5th place. Nelson, he's improving on his lap time. Jack slowing down to start his final lap of the session. Nelson, he's got a 3-place grid penalty anyway due to him leaving last week. So it looks like at this point he's going to start last, so maybe he's remembered that and maybe this is just a race run, who knows. But he crosses the line and he goes into 4th, so maybe I'm lying. Hold on the brakes into turn 1, and that's his session gone. He's not going to be improving at all in this session now. So it's 4th place for Nelson at the moment. Jack's invalidated, so he's got one more go at it if he can get round in time, which I believe he will, considering he's gone through the first sector. So fastest sector 1, personal best sector 2. Can he find anything in this 3rd sector? He can find the track limits. So he finds the green paint and that's his lap gone, so he's going to have to get one more go. It's going to be really important for these front guys to try and get the best start possible to jump lap, but I have a sense that pole position is a glitch with wheel spin, because every race I've had, whoever's in pole position automatically gets wheel spin, so if that does happen, it's going to give them a free chance at taking the lead and consolidating it, because this is one of the hardest places to pass on the calendar, probably the hardest place to pass. You only got like 3 passing places, and you got the penultimate corner, the final corner, and the first corner, and they are really difficult places to pass, and I think Rick might have just run out of fuel. So that is Rick's session over. Hopefully he doesn't and Platt does get the 16. It isn't a 16, 6 or 7, but it's a 16 at least. And Rick's managed to finish the session. So I think he's managed to just get away with running out of fuel there. Bradley's session is over. So you got Finley, you got Jack and Sire left on laps, but Jack is the only one I think who's capable of jumping any positions. He's got to find 3/10 of a second to jump onto the front row. Getting on those curves ain't gonna help him. Change of direction to the right. Down the hill he goes, and he's off the track, and that's his session done. It was just Sire who I think's ran out of fuel. He's trying to invalidate the lap, I can see. That's fine. So
that's the end of the qualifying session.
Finley and Jack at the exact same lap time. So Platt is on pole, Cyrus second, Rick is in third, Jack is fourth, Finley fifth, Bradley sixth, Nelson seventh, and Craig in eighth.
Good morning from Gavin Emmett.
Right, VTL, you said you're going to give your predictions. You said Platt for pole. Congratulations, you got that correct. I think to the surprise of no one, really. We're interested to see what your race predictions are. Mine is Platt, Sire and Rick. Very boring, but I reckon Rick can get his first podium today. If he can just stay on the bike. It's all about consistency. As we've seen this season, stay on the bike, you'll probably get a podium. This being the hardest game to stay on the thing, so let's just see what VTR has to say for a prediction. He's got till Sai ready's up, so you have to make your prediction quick. I reckon Sam might be consulting maybe a title or something, but anyway, let's go. Or maybe we're sending links to his friends or something, I don't know. But here we go. Platt on pole for the 9th time, I think. He deploys the ride height device. Lights are on. And we're off. And Platt gets a perfect start. But so does Sire. Here we go, into turn 1, they all go onto the brakes. Sire goes up the inside of Platt. He's got to do this. He's got the inside and he's forced him wide. And it's going to be Sire and Rick. So it is Sire who leads. It is Rick who's second. Platt goes wide. Nelson's gone down. Not a great start for him. Oh, who's that? That's one of Suzuki's. That's Jack who's gone down. He's taken Platt. He's caused Platt to set up. Platt is down into 6th place, but it is Sire who leads in front of Rick, so these two have been perfectly. Sire's gone to the grass. Can Rick go up the inside into turn 7? He's got the inside line, but he just can't quite find a way through into turn 8. This is a very risky passing place. Maybe doable on a Moto 3, not on a GP bike unless there's an incident. And you see back there, Finley has moved into 3rd place. Well, here comes Rick up the inside. Can he take the lead? He goes round the outside. He gets forced wide. And has to drop back to 2nd place. Finley and Fadley and Craig fighting for the final podium spot as they all go into turn 4. Oh, Craig's gone down at the final corner. Disastrous start for him. He was looking good. Fadley could be on for a first podium in a long time, but it's into the opening lap. Sire leads the way by 0.6 of a second for the Rick in 2nd. Finley's in 3rd with Fadley in 4th. Here comes Fadley on the brakes into turn 1. But I suspect some of these guys are going to have their bike set up for the brakes, because I think they know that if you have a bike that could stop, it's going to be very difficult to be passed. So I think that'd be the smart way to set your bike up for this place, for race trim. So we'll have to see. Because Platt has joined the fight for the podium. Didn't take him long to recover the time he lost. Finley quite wide there through the exit of turn 6, but he's managed to get back online. You can see the similar gaps, 8 tenths separating these 5. Platt's a bit wide through turn 8. I just feel like turn 8's a danger corner and Platt's wide. Through turn 10 he's pushing to try and not lose as much ground to the front guys as possible. Onto the brakes, into the penultimate corner. And here comes Platt. He's going to surely have a look around the outside into the final corner. Can he get Fadley? He hasn't got the right line to get him, so he's got to get in the slipstream. He's going to pull to the inside. Or maybe no, he's going to pull to the outside. Oh, yeah, he's going to go up to the inside. Onto the brakes, and he's through into 4th place unless he runs wide. Oh, and Fadley's running to the back of him. That is that's quite obvious what's just happened. Sire's gone down and he's collected Rick. I don't believe Rick's been taken for the 2nd race in a row. Rick's been taken out of a podium position. What, I don't know what warning I'm getting on. Hang on. I can just give him a reckless riding warning and I'll give him a long lap. So, it is Finley who leads, Fadley is 2nd, who's now got a long lap penalty. Rick is in 3rd, Nelson's 4th, Sire is 5th, Platt is 6th. Oh no, Sire's wide and he's down! Sire's gone down, Sire's thrown away a race win. Just like that. And now Platt starts his charge once again, but Finley leads this race. He hasn't led a race since season 6, so it's new territory for me. He's got Fadley behind him, but Fadley's got a long lap penalty to serve due to the mistake he made by smashing into the back of Platt, taking him out of the race. No, Finley's lost the front. No, and Fadley now leads the way. Where is Finley going to rejoin the race? He rejoins in 6th place. He'd be absolutely, he joins 7th. He'd be absolutely kicking himself. So the net leader is Rick right now. Will Fadley take his long lap penalty? No, he doesn't. So Rick is the net leader so far. But Nelson is not that far behind, neither is Platt, so this race ain't over yet. Oh, Nelson runs on the curb. Through the long left of all these lefts, 7 consecutive. Coming up to turn 7. So you got Aprilia 1-2 right now. I'm not sure how long that will. Depends how well Fadley takes his long lap when he gets it. When he takes Arcray's gone down in the 3rd sector at turn 8. So it'd be a deadly corner. It has proved to be. Hard on the brakes into turn 12. Flames coming out the exhaust of the RSGP. Nelson's just hanging on here. And we saw what happened last time. Nelson and Platt met each other. Platt went straight on into the gravel, or nearly did anyway. Into turn 1. Platt looking round the outside, but just can't quite find her way through on the Repsol Honda. Change direction. Oh, Nelson's going to run really wide. That's going to look up the inside. He's lost the front, he's managed to stay on. Nelson holds it round the outside and holds position. That was very scary moment for the pair of them there, nearly both going down. Platt in bigger danger than Nelson. The Platt can just take so much more corner speed compared to the Honda. Is he going to try and move into turn 8? No, he's not, but if we go rising up the hill into turns 9 and 10, this could also be a passing place if you can just turn underneath the Honda. Now Swift change direction into turn 11. He's going to get the exit down the hill quite easily. Oh, he's gone off. Nelson's gone off the track, and that's surely it. No, he's going to outbrake the Ducati He's forced Platt to go off the track. No, it's not off the track, sorry. Offline, quite badly. And all to the brakes. Platt hits the back of Nelson. Luckily there's no crash. But Rick is now on the back of his teammate. Two battles going on, one for third, one for first. Nelson take a really offensive line into turn one, but I sense he's going to run wide. He is. Fadley's failed to do his long lap, and Platt moves into second place. Nelson's going to send up the... No, he comes to... Oh, and Fadley's gone down. And Nelson's gone down. Oh, that is just very bad luck for all of them there. But Rick now leads the way. He's been a net leader for a couple of laps, and now he is in the lead. He's yet to make a mistake by himself. He ran into the stricken bike of Sire, and he has Platt behind him now. So see what you can do from this position. Platt is the fastest man on track. Jack is in third, so that'll be good for the consistency, getting the consistency back for Suzuki. And Finley's in fourth. So Finley, what could have been if he hadn't fallen off? If he just stayed on, he'd probably still be leading this race currently. In fact, he's actually got himself 2 long lap penalties. I don't quite know how that's possible. I'm Finley running quite hot into the penultimate corner there. But Rick's managed to pull out a couple of attempts on Platt here. So Rick's getting in the rhythm. Platt, I'm sensing Platt might have made a mistake somewhere, and Sire's gone down again in the penultimate corner. These two will be pushing as hard as possible. But Rick's making that Aprilia work at the moment. We're nearly halfway through this race. We'll be halfway through as soon as Rick passes through the sector 2 point, which is right now. So we've reached the halfway stage of this race. We're at still 1.8, 1.9 seconds between first and second places. Oh, Finley's gone down again. Finley, who just had 2 previous top 5 results thanks to just staying on the bike and being consistent. Unfortunately, it's just track's proving a bit more difficult than the past 2, and he's made 2 quite big mistakes, which have cost him top 5 places, and he's actually now down in 7th. But Nelson and Fadley have made more contact with each other. Nelson goes up the inside of the Aprilia at the final corner and is in 4th. I'm not quite sure what the position way around was previously, but Nelson's in 4th. Here comes Fadley on the brakes. I don't know if he was trying to... No, he wasn't attempting the long lap. But these two were being very aggressive with each other. All Nelson's got on the curb, you don't want to be doing that. That's what caused... that was one half of what caused the original crash between these two. And Platt's managed to close the gap down on Rick to 1.3 seconds. But Rick seems to be able to hold his own until the last sector, so that's happened last time, so we'll see if that's a continuous thing. So that probably just means Platt's a bit stronger on the brakes. I'd imagine they're able to take a bit more corner speed. Nelson's made a mistake through turn 8. Platt's taking a lot more corner speed, a lot better drive, but he just can't quite find a way through on the Honda. Yeah, Platt's just got a lot more confidence on the brakes, I think, than the Aprilia. Actually, no, the gap's still 1.2, 1.1. Here comes Platt up the inside. Oh, Fadley's got on the curb, and he's ran wide. And that might be it for Fadley's challenge for 4th place, but he'll keep grinding. Lap 9 of 15, 7 to go. Oh, massive stopping for Nelson into turn 1. He does want not to run too hot into there. He just needs to avoid that curb like he's doing there. Take that a lot better. For Rick, just able to maintain the gap, not lose too much time. I'm sensing that where he lost about 5 attempts. I'm sensing he made a bit of a mistake in the final sector somewhere. Probably outbraking himself in turns 12 or 13. Go through 11, down the hill, into turn 12. Flames coming out the exhaust, and that's a big mistake by Rick there. That's going to cost him a good half second, and Platt is now on the back, pretty much off the Aprilia. I hope Rick hasn't chosen the wrong brake disc, because that's what it's seeming like at the moment. Whether he just simply cannot brake as late as once before, we're going to find out. Here we go into turn 1. Can he get it stopped like he was able to before? Yes, he's run a bit wider than we saw a few laps ago, so maybe the front tyre is just starting to give way or something like that. Rick needs to try and keep a tight line, not allow Platt any way through. Maybe the move's going to come without mistakes. It's going to have to be the final sector. That's the easiest place for all turn 1. I can't see a move being done in a very strange spot. Maybe turn 11. Let's change the direction. No, that was just a bit too ambitious. But here we go. Down the hill. Rick's taking the defensive line though. Let's go try and go round the outside. Has he got it done? He had. I think he all the side by side. Going into the final corner, Platt's wide, Rick's up the inside, and Rick maintains position. He's got to take a defensive line now, down the straight. He's got to stay on the right hand side. He's left the door open. Platt's going to send it up the inside into turn 1. Rick's going to shut the door on him though, and Rick holds firm for another lap. Platt's up the inside into turn 2. That's quite a dangerous situation, but it's fine, and Rick holds on. Rick debuted last week with a 6th place. Could have done a lot better if he could have had a podium. I mean, a lot of people could have had a podium last week. But coming up to turn 8 now. See, Platt's just got a lot more confidence in the into corner right. You always go on the curb though. Don't want to be doing that. Oh, and Platt's quite wide. Through turn 11, that's going to through and the exit turn 10. That's going to compromise his turn 11. And now into turn 12, but you can brake a lot later into turn 12 now. And now into the final corner. Gassing it out. 1.5 tenths of a second separate these two, but Platt's in the slipstream. Can he get underneath the Aprilia this time into turn 1? Finley's gone down again. Has Platt outbraked himself? He has, and Rick goes back through. This is like Marquez and Pecco at Aragon. It's like Miller trying to overtake anyone in Sachsenring this year. Just trying to overtake any of the Aprilias or Ducatis. It's not possible. So 4 to go for these two. Who's going to win? Platt doesn't need to beat Rick because Rick's not a title challenger with him just debuting. But for pride, I think he'll want to win, plus he can extend his championship lead by quite a margin. Actually no, because Jack's second, so he won't actually extend his gap by that much. Nelson in 4th. Oh, that's a bit of a mistake through turn 11, going on the curve. Don't want to be doing that. Here we go up. Oh, he's going to go up the inside into turn 12. Is this the move? No, he's got on the curb. Rick is playing this to perfection. He's placing his bike in the perfect places so far, and he's holding off the Pramac, the Prima Pramac Ducati. Here comes Platt in the slipstream. He's going to pull to the inside once again. It's 3rd time going to be the charm on the brakes of the Aprilia. It's going to be a perfect. Is it a block pass? Rick holds it out wide, turns to the inside for turn 2, and Platt's got the inside for turn 3. And he's through. Can Rick turn it underneath? No, I don't think he can. And Platt, on the 3rd time of asking in the 1st sector, takes the lead of this race. Can Rick fight back? Oh, he's at the back of him. Rick's going to try. He's going to have to try it. You can't turn it underneath him through turn 7. You could try turn 8. Plat's a little bit weak into there. It's his weakest corner, probably just due to the amount of crashes he had in qualifying. You see at the curb there as well. He'll go up into turn 9. Rick's trying, but Platt's just a little bit too strong at this point. Through turn 11, down the hill, into turn 12, the approach. And Rick's outbroke himself, and that might just be it. Half a second now, the gap between them. I was about to say, meanwhile, the battle for fourth was just about to hot up as Fadley seemed to be closing the gap on Nelson, but he's gone down. Finley and Sire both got long laps. Craig moves up into 5th place. Finley, with his multiple crashes, is down in 7th, with Sire in 8th. Those two having a disastrous races. Craig, decent return there inside the top 5. Meanwhile, at the front, Rick, he's pushing to try and win this race. He's just not strong enough in that last sector. But look, he's gained on Platt in the second sector here. Into turn 8. Platt's at the curb, and he's just about got away with it. If he pretty much nailed it, he would have actually lost the front, but that would have meant he got a bit better turning because of it. And Fadley's gone down again. That might gift Finley and Sire 6th and 7th places. Maybe not Sire. So here we go. It's coming up to the final lap for these two. Who's going to take victory? My word, Platt has just absolutely left Rick for chips. Next at that corner there, into turn 1, and the gap is now 8/10 per second. I think this is it. Unless Platt makes a mistake, I can't see him being able to relinquish this lead unless Platt does Rick does one of the most almighty second and third sectors ever seen. It's but he's had to work for it again. He likes to work for these victories. I bet he's just praying his monitor doesn't shut off or something. But here we go, into turn 8 for the final time. Coming up to the final 2 corners, into turn 12, and into the final corner goes Platt, trying not to lose the front, as we've seen quite a few people do, and Platt will take victory at the Saxon Ring and extend his championship lead by 5 points. Rick finishes a great 2nd place. He could have won this race, he never made a mistake by himself, neither did Platt to be fair, but I think Rick will I think he'll be happy with the performance, but be disappointed he didn't quite get the victory. Jack just holds off Nelson for 3rd place, and Craig on his return finishes inside the top 5. And Finley has managed to lose 6th place again. So Fadley, and Fadley's gonna finish 6th, Finley's gonna finish 7th, and Sire will finish a very, very disappointing 8th place.
We'll go live to
so Platt takes the win in front of Rick in 2nd, Jack in 3rd, Nelson in 4th, Craig in 5th, Finley in 6th, Fadley in 7th, and Sire in 8th place. So very interesting race, lots of mistakes by everyone, but the pace, generally, if you look at the pace, it's actually quite close between everyone. But just got three or so tenths over the 2nd fastest guys. But I think that's one of the smallest gaps we've seen. But it's Saxon Ring, so naturally gaps will be smaller. Right, so we will begin with Jack. So, my brain's fried. I can't remember where you qualified. But oh, you went down. You went down on at turn 3 on the opening lap and caused Platt to lose some time, and then you did a good comeback. I can't remember if you've crashed. Well, I'm guessing about the gap. You crashed more. You crashed once again, or maybe another time, but. For another podium finish, you must be happy with that. Yeah. Yeah, well done. So you've only lost 5 points and you extend your second place lead over Nelson by 2 points. So you must be quite happy to still be in second place in the standings. Yeah, I think you might have lost your lead for the first time with that absence, unfortunately. Right, so Rick, are you here? Yeah, so it was a good qualifying. You qualified on the front row and you had a good start, nice and clean in second place. You would have inherited the lead from Sire's mistake, but unfortunately I think you, for the second time in a row, clattered into a stricken bike in front of you.
Yeah, I got stuck to his bike. I couldn't get off it.
So then you did a great job. You retook the lead after your teammate had to take his long lap, which he failed, and then you, for a long time, held off Platt very, very well, but unfortunately just about got through on you. But you kept the pressure on, but second place, you must be happy with that.
Yeah, I'm very happy with that. That's everything I had for Platt, and full respect to him because he's a very fast rider, and I'd never thought I'd get this close this early in the season on this bike. I didn't think I'd be able to get that close to him, so I was super happy to do that. My pace was really good, consistent, never made a mistake. And then when Sahid crashed, I got stuck to his bike and I couldn't get off it no matter what I did. I went left, right, and milestone chose not to let me get off his bike. So that was frustrating. And then got my head down, got past my teammate, and then saw Platt come in. And then we had a really good battle, really clean. And I just didn't have enough tyre left. The left side of the tyre was completely gone. And yeah, I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, that's good. So hopefully it's the first of many podiums for yourself.
Yep, hopefully. Although the next track, I'm not a big fan.
Okay, so we'll see how that goes. So we now move on to the winner. So Platt, this is let me just count how many wins you've got now. 1, 2. This is your 6th victory in 9 races. Like usual, it wasn't easy for yourself. You got caught up in incidents on lap 1. You then got taken out by Fadley when I think he attempted an undercut kind of manoeuvre, but completely misjudged and just ran straight into the back of you. You narrowly missed another collision with Nelson and Fadley, and then you put your head down. You caught Rick. it took you a while to get through, but once you got through, it seemed like you were just a bit stronger than him in the final sector, and you were able to take your 6th victory and extend your championship lead, and also gain the lead in the team's championship as well.
Well, yeah, that race was pretty good in the end. I mean, at the start, I was kind of worried. I didn't expect Sire to go so deep on the brakes, so I had to avoid that. But yeah, I just tried to get my head down at the start of the race. I wanted to keep it clean, but Jack made a slight mistake and I hit him and he went down, so I lost a bit of time there. And I tried making my way back through the field, and I don't even know what happened with Fadley. I'll have to go back over that after, all this, but Fadley hit me and I went down again, so I had to really focus, get my head down, set fast laps, consistent. Managed to get through on Nelson and Fadley and then catch up to Rick. It was quite tough. We had a really good battle. I really enjoyed it. Kept it clean, nice. That's the sort of racing that you want to see. And yeah, came out on top in the end. I mean, it was a pretty tough race. It could have definitely been easier if I got a good launch, but at the end of the day, I got the win, so I'm happy. And of course, in the Constructors' Championship, if Joe watches this after, he'll be pretty happy that I'm, taking over the lead in the Constructors' Championship as well. But yeah, congratulations to Rick and Jack on the podium as well.
Yeah, so that's good for you. VTR, I'm sure when he returns, he'll be making sure that him and Jack can regain that lead, because they have the potential to take it back from you, but we'll have to see how it goes.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be trying to keep them behind me every race, the Suzuki's.
Yeah.
I want to take the Constructors' Championship as well, you never know. Triple crown maybe, or double.
Yeah, double crown. So that is it for round 9. We'll be back for round 10 soon. Then it won't be next week. It'll be some other point. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next round, which will be at Kimi Ring. So goodbye.